and they went 80 yards. You know, we punted it and they ended up going 80 yards but if we'd have made a first down, the game was over. And I called, you know, fake right, fake left, roll. No, I called fake left, roll right, and I had a left-handed quarterback. So he fake left, came roll right, and he went like this, throw the ball, and the guy's wide open. But when he threw it, he threw just right a little bit behind him. The tight end couldn't catch the ball, and I hit him back here, and he couldn't catch it. And if he had been gone the other way, you know, he'd come out here, nice easy toss, you know. So I'm just telling you, in those critical situations, it's easier. You don't have to always do it, but it's easier to do that. Now, when you say naked, the front side, tight end, 28, right side, tight end, he runs the negative route, okay? All right, now, here's what we tell our guys, okay? Any receiver on the backside, he has flat route, okay? So if we do like this, if we go, all right, let's say we run outside zone, we call it 16, negative. And here's what will happen. Go route, 4 to 6 right there, 1 to 2 right there. Okay? All right? And we'll deepen this. This guy can deepen up. He always adjusts everything according to linebackers. He can get a little deeper if he has to, but what he doesn't want, he wants to avoid contact with linebackers. Avoid contact. Because that puts him, like, who brought that up about where you want the, that puts him behind. You brought up, hey. It puts the guy, you don't want the guy behind the quarterback where he has to turn like this and throw. You don't want the quarterback having to throw against.
Well, once he gets out there, does he find an open area and sit in it?
Who, this guy?
Tight end. Tight end.
Tight end? No, yeah. He runs right here. Yeah, he'll throttle if he gets into an open spot. He'll slow it down a little bit because we don't want him running in the coverage out here. But basically, that's why we do this, because he gets out there quick. And so we try to create a little hole route in here, okay? And we've done this from 2 tights. All right, and this is a technique that you need to learn. And now, this is truly what we call our negatives. He now will use 3 different kinds of releases based on how that guy lines up. So if this guy lines up with width, like this, okay? All right, why don't you guys stand up here and we'll go over these. He lines up with width. Here's how you need to teach the tight end. All right, this guy's with width right here, and we're going to run 17 negative. All right, when we say negative, everybody knows it's running opposite. So this guy's got an outside deal right here. Now, what we don't want to do is step and stick him because we'll hold him right here, and then we release the flat and he just plays me out there. What we want him to do is think he's being turned out. So what we do is we're going to step an inside release right here like this, and we're going to turn like this. All right, and as he goes to put his hands on him, we're going to take him and jerk him. Hey, if he's up the field just a little bit right here, then we'll jerk him this way. Boom. We're just going to get him stepping. We're going to grab his pads, grab something, and jerk him this way. We're going to try to get him stepping that way, away from where? So that when I jerk him this way, and I get going now, I've created separation, and the quarterback's also outside of contain. Okay? If the guy lines up, and more often than not, what happens is our guys go like this, they get in this position, and this guy puts his hands on him like this, he's playing like this, and what we do, he grabs the outside hand right here and jerks him that way, and he can use a swim move now because he breaks his hand. And he gets himself running that flat, okay? All right, I don't like purple anyway, so don't worry about it. Okay, now, if he's tighter, like this, okay, a little tighter, then he steps to take an inside release, and this guy comes, then he'll bang him in and turn and come out like that, okay? All right, what we're going to do is we're going to get separation on the guy, but we're going to use him to create it, okay? We're going to use him as a push-off guy, okay? All right, and the last one is if he's playing a 7 technique. If he's playing a 7 technique, then I'm going to step in here like I'm going to try to cut him off and drive him a step or 2, and then come on out of there, okay? The whole idea is I'm going to buy that quarterback if I turn it like this, and he attacks me like that, and the ball's going away, and the fake's being made there, well now I've got, if I just kind of stood there and hung there, and then went out, he might, like that, right out, you know. What we want to do is we want to kind of get him to squeeze, and then yank his ass in. Now he's stepping this way, and the quarterback's coming out this way. Now the quarterback has a legitimate chance to threaten the corner if the, okay, all right. Now, let me just go real quick, let's just cover two more things here. All right? Nagins. All right, Nagin seal. Really good thought here. Okay, look. You got a quarterback to run a little bit, he's not a great thrower. Okay? You line up, you get it. Hey, now, we're going to run Nagin seal. All right? Let's say we got two tight ends in the game, we put both our wide receivers over here. All right, here's the tight end. All right? Now here's how we call Nagin seal. We call 16 Nagin seal. All right? Call Nagin seal, here's what's going to happen. He is the sealer. We are going to protect the quarterback on the, all right? So now what he does is he comes down here and he blocks the edge player. Whoever the edge player is here, he's going to step in here like he's going to block him, and he's going to pin him inside. He's going to act as a personal protector for the quarterback when the quarterback comes rolling out of here. The tight end is going to inside release and run the flat. The backside tight end, inside releases and run the flat. Okay? All right, when we call Nagin seal, because we want to get this edge seal. And he runs the negative route. Okay? All right? That's going that way. Now, going away from the tight end, you can do this too. You don't have to call Nagin seal. You call Nagin this way. Now I'm going to tell you something. If you want to really screw up the people you play, do you know that you can run, this is the easiest shit in the passing game you'll ever see. You can run a different Nagin out of a different formation every week with a different look off of something you do and cause them problems. Because they'll practice it one way, but then all of a sudden you come up and you line up, hey, you were doing it this way last week. Last week you're doing this, having him do this and run it this way, okay? Now all of a sudden this week you come out, you do this way. Okay? And then the next week you come out, we even did this. This is some good stuff too. Here. What? Same kind of deal. We call that Nagin smash. He ran, you know, he just ran a sail route over the top. He ran like this, and he faked here and came out, and here's basically what he was doing. His whole idea was to entertain the deep coverage. Really, we were always going 1-2, and we didn't take that guy very often. Didn't take him very often. Okay? Then you do this. It's not bad. Put this guy on the line of scrimmage. This is a pretty good one. Like this. Snap the ball. Now when you do this, really what you're doing, look at this, we call that Nagin wheel. We're trying to hit the wheel route. We're trying to hit a deep route. We're trying to entertain the deep coverage. And if they got the deep, then we're going to be deep enough. When we call Nagin wheel, this guy's going to come across at 10. He's going to be working himself 10 to 12 yards deep, at least. All right? And what the idea is that he'll be deep enough in there that he'll find himself pretty good hole as he comes out here. So that's when we're trying to get something on 3rd down and 6, and we and you don't want to drop back, and you think they might play the run a little bit, so and maybe do it with like maybe.